How do I start this? My peoples, I don't know. Yo, we're back once again. Yeah, it's... Well, it hasn't been as long as it has been before. We've been gone for about 2 weeks now, and I know I said I'd be back, but my fingers were crossed. And obviously, I can make excuses all the time. I've been working on a lot of new stuff for the main channel. We have some shoots going on. Actually, the day that this video is coming out, we're shooting a bunch of new videos, so tune in for those. I know I can make excuses, though. I don't want to keep making them, so. But today is about my number one excuse. My new EP, Before the Sun Sets, which I announced about 2 weeks ago now. Yeah, anyways, today, we're doing what I also did for Spades. We're answering some questions about my new EP. And trust me, there's been a lot of questions about this EP so far, especially because I've been very, very quiet about it. I announced it essentially, talked about it a little bit, announced I had a new feature. I showed a snippet on my Instagram, which I'll actually play now. Yeah, I played that snippet on my Instagram a few days ago, and that's about all I've shown. So this video is really going to answer a lot of questions and fill in a lot of gaps that there have been. First question, what is Before the Sun Sets? To be honest, this wasn't even a question. This is something I wanted to answer, because I feel like people are questioning it, but people are asking it, if it makes any sense. So, Before the Sun Sets is my new EP. It's a mix of old sample, rap, trap, Kendrick Lamar, I don't know. But I don't know, it's like an old rap type of EP, but it's not even really old. I don't know, it's so hard to explain, especially how it's engineered and produced. Because I can say, oh, it's a rap album, and people could think, oh, it's just like the Ace. No, it is very different, and they are nothing similar. And what you have in your head for a rap album, this is not it. This is not it. This is very, very different than what you're expecting or what you're gonna expect to see. First question, this is a good question. Who is Grave? If you guys don't know, Grave is a new artist I have featured on my new EP. He's on a song called Replaceable, and yeah, he's very talented. He's very talented. I actually want to do another reacting to small rappers. He'll be in that video as well. But he's very, very talented. Go check him out down below. He's gonna be on the song. How are you gonna roll out the EP? To be honest, it's still in the works. I don't know completely. It's kind of still in the works. I want to do something similar to what I did with Clapback V2 and release a lot of trailers, but I also don't want to. I don't know. There's a lot of stuff coming up that I'm still working on for the EP, and so we're still kind of building it as it goes. Why isn't K9 and Tassi on it? I knew that question was gonna come. Tassi, we thought about getting Tassi on, and to be completely honest, there's still a possibility of it happening, of the track that's changing. I don't think it will happen. I think we have music coming up, but it's not on this EP. And K9, bro, I don't even want to talk about K9, to be completely honest. What is the meaning behind the EP? It's a lot of honesty. Talks about relationships. Talks about some of my history. Talks about music, like my history of music as well. It's very real and has real deep lyrics. It's kind of the idea, like the idea behind the name Before the Sun Sets is essentially everything I want to put out in the world before I die, before the sun sets, before I die. You know what I mean? Are you gonna do trailers for Before the Sun Sets like you did for Clapback V2? Yes and no. So okay, I wasn't originally gonna say this is why I didn't mention this part in the other question. There's a thing that's gonna come out after Before the Sun Sets that has to do with the album or the EP, and that arguably is the biggest thing I have ever made. Like it's bigger than anything I've ever made in music, bigger than anything I've ever made in YouTube, bigger than anything I've ever made in streaming. It's it's massive and it has a massive setup to it. And so I don't want to say it's going to come out right after Before the Sun Sets come out, but that's a part of the rollout, and I mean, like I said, I don't want to say too much, but to go more specifically into that, it's going to explain a lot of the backstory behind Before the Sun Sets and my music career in general. I don't want to say too much. I probably already said too much, but like, I don't know. It's massive, and this is something I've worked on for a long time, and now it's just kind of coming to a close now. So I get this question all the time, actually. What comes after? I got asked this after Spades. I got asked this before Spades. I get asked all the time. After Before the Sun Sets, I don't want to think about. I feel like with Spades, my judgment got so no. I felt like with Spades, my judgment got so clouded by thinking of the future that it ended up like kind of ruining Spades, to be honest. Especially ruining it for me, because it's kind of like I just went from one thing to the next. This one, I'm fully in the moment, thinking about it constantly. I'm not like thinking, oh, what's in the future? You know what I mean? Have you heard from Bait recently? This is crazy. I haven't mentioned Bait in so long, but I feel like I'm getting nostalgia right here. I'm getting nostalgic. Whew. No, I have not. Last I heard of him, he's quit making music. And I don't know much about it. I don't really care, to be completely honest with you, either. All I knew is he released an album and he quit right after. I don't know. But whatever he's doing, hopefully he's well. I don't know. Like I said, I don't care, to be completely honest with you. Why have you been missing so many uploads? I've mentioned this before, especially a lot on stream. It's mainly procrastination first. I'm gonna be completely honest, it's procrastination. Before the Sun Sets, school, and work. I'm trying to find a balance right now, because everything right now is being elevated to new heights. Streaming is being elevated, the main channel is working on being elevated, music is being elevated, school is being elevated, work is being elevated, and so everything's happening right now. And so it's so hard to focus on the main channel. What do you think is your best video as of now? Thing is, this changes a lot. There's always some video I'm working on or some video like I'm making that tends to be my favorite, but right now, I'd say out of the videos that have already been out, it's probably the Sub Roaster video I did 2 months ago. Called I'm a Businessman. That video was so fun to record, so fun to edit. That was one of my favorite videos I've made to date. Jackbox, question mark. I mean, buddy, you might have to wait a couple weeks, but hey, it's coming out. But yeah, that is the last question. The last question I want to answer. There's a few other ones that are a bit iffy, but anyways, fellas, it's been fun. We'll see you guys next week. I promise on everything, okay? I don't promise if I know I can't keep it. I'm promising this, and I will keep this promise, okay? Tune in for some streams. I don't actually think I'll be streaming today or tomorrow, but I'll be streaming on this upcoming Tuesday, so go tune into that. Twitch.tv/AceAustin is down below. If you guys liked the video, hit the like button down below. Subscribe. Make sure your post notifications on so you guys know right there. See you guys next time. Goodbye.